Hi, what's up, everybody? This is Tommy here. So, this week is the 30th anniversary of the PlayStation. Wow, the PlayStation was such a great console, and it has a great library of games. So, speaking of which, I'm going to show you some of my PlayStation games collection. Now, let the collection start. First off, we have Tekken, Rival Schools, Ballerina Toshinden, which is the first fighting game to be released on the PlayStation, Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy VI, Guilty Gear, Crash Bandicoot 2, Rayman, Spider-Man, which is the first Marvel game I have in my collection, Apocalypse, starring Bruce Willis, Street Fighter X Plus Alpha, one of the most underrated fighting games and one of my favourite games on the PlayStation, and the first Street Fighter game I have, Street Fighter Alpha 3, one of my favourites, Street Fighter Alpha, and Soul Blade. Next game in my collection, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, the game that is based on the 8th season of the same name. Medieval 1, Medieval 2, Spider-Man 2, the sequel to Activision's Spider-Man. Activision's Spider-Man game and this game are based on the 1994 animated series of the same name. Doom, Fighting Force 2, Bloody Raw, Vagrant Story, Dead or Alive, Mech Warrior 2, and Digimon Rumble Arena, the game that is based on one of my favourite animes from my childhood. It was a really fun game to play. Final Fantasy VII, the first Final Fantasy game to be released in Europe and one of the best games on the PlayStation. Final Fantasy VIII, my first Final Fantasy game in my collection. Final Fantasy IX, and Metal Gear Solid, a game that gives birth to the Enemy Alert meme. And also Ballerina Toshinden 2. Street Fighter EX 2 Plus, the sequel to Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha. X-Men Mutant Academy and X-Men Mutant Academy 2. Two games that are based on the X-Men franchise. Star Gladiator, one of the first 3D Capcom fighting games. Wow, I can't wait for Capcom Fighting Collection. Next game, Spyro 2, Gateway to Glimmer. Bloody Roar 2, Bringer of the New Age. Next up, Gex 3D and Return of the Gecko. Darkstalkers 3, Strider 2, Worms, Driver, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Die Hard Trilogy, Grand Theft Auto London, Ace Combat 2, Time Crisis, Air Combat, Ridge Racer Revolution, Ridge Racer Type 4, Ridge Racer. I got that game when I'm at the convention last year. And Tekken 2, one of my favourite Tekken games of all time, and also one of my favourite fighting games on the PlayStation. Tekken 3, the first Tekken game I have. Crash Bandicoot Warped. Street Fighter Alpha, one of my favourite Street Fighter games of all time. Crisis Beat, Colony Wars, Colony Wars Vengeance. And last but not least, Colony Wars Red Sun, the last installment of the Colony Wars trilogy. So that was my PlayStation games collection. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my collection and a trip down to memory lane with me. So anyway, happy 30th anniversary to the PlayStation console. And good luck, and we will see you next time. Have a safe week, everyone.